Good morning, market snipers. Welcome back to this Jesse getting started. I mean, I put the comment in at 8:57 a.m. But all of a sudden I was getting Discord direct messages. Not gonna mention any names. You know who you are. Distracted me over here. So I ended up starting at 9:01 a.m. So 1 to 2 minutes late. I don't know if you can hear those beeps in the background on the Discord, but getting blown up on direct messages over there. All good. So Friday, TGIF. Thank guys, Friday. Here we go. Getting rocking and rolling over here on this Friday. But breaking news. So the plan was to do Wednesday and Friday, right? Of this week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, moving forward. But I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like not doing live streams daily. I have so much more energy. I get a lot more stuff completed on my important to-do list. I try to keep them short, like 5 to 6 things per day, and make sure I knock out all 5 to 6 things every day. If I do a list of like 20, then even though I may have 20 things to do, I get overwhelmed. And then I end up not doing it and falling behind even more. So I keep it to like 5 or 6 important things. Throw on the workouts as one of them, stuff like that. So for me, I'm getting more of the list completed, and I can have like 5 to 8 major things, like health and stuff like that. So long story short, next week is only going to be Tuesday and Thursday. I'm going to already drop down to Tuesdays and Thursdays. We'll see if I'm knocking out the to-do lists out of the park, only doing Tuesdays and Thursdays, then I'll keep it going. If not, I may drop down to 1 day a week, and then I don't know. I warned of all this, like if we didn't get 1,000 views at least to like get me energized to get going, if we didn't have at least 50 likes, which we don't get on the Twitter X app, then it's hard for me to stay motivated because I don't have any sponsorships by design. I don't take any affiliate money by design. I only have my own website, marketsniper.pro. And so I don't make money on these live streams or videos that I put out. So I guess I'm not a influencer. I don't know. A creator. Definitely not. Don't think of myself as a creative whatsoever. I'm just someone who looks at the watch list, goes live, and charts it, right? So none of this is scripted or edited. And obviously, so here we go. Gonna drop down to Tuesdays and Thursdays and for next week. And after that, if I still need more time and energy, or I'm enjoying more time and energy to work on other things that are very important, then I'll drop down to 1 day a week, and then who knows after that? Maybe nothing. 1 day, I could probably at least do 1 day a week, right? So that's that. Hey Jesse, any chance I could get your opinion on? Yes. I saw your message on Twitter yesterday, so I'm glad you put it in the Twitter X app. So I'm glad you put it on the YouTube as well, so I can see. I saw it here earlier. So thank you. Completely feel the motivation thing. You're a dad now. Do what you got to do. Yeah, I mean, I've got a nanny for 32 hours a week. So we're good Monday through Thursday. Fridays we don't. The wife takes off child bonding time. So she had her 2 months off for recovery, and now with her company, she gets enough child bonding time to take off basically every Friday for probably almost a year. It's amazing. So I'm good on that. I just, the thing is, I enjoy the live streams and helping people, but there might be other ways that I could better utilize my time and energy to try to help people go deeper. So I might go down that road, and I still got to have a little bit of a fun life outside of this too. So a little bit more time, a little bit more energy. Going to an early lunch with one of my closest friends, probably his daughter too. And then, if I got all this stuff going on, I can't go out and see people I care about. So, in real life, right? In real life. So not just the digital world, but actually getting out, touching grass, and seeing people I care about. So, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Caesar. Welcome back. Owl Art Tattoo. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. If you're new to the channel, awesome. Welcome. And if you're returning, even better. Good to see you back. First half of the live stream, we'll cover Bitcoin, then some of the altcoins on the watch list, as you can see over there on the Sniper Top 40, which is actually like the Sniper 200 now. I don't know why. I should probably delete a bunch of those because I don't actually keep an eye on all like 100 or 200, how many on there are on there. But people have requested assets, and I just kind of left them on there, so I got to probably go back and clean all that up. Then we'll do the altcoins, like I said, euro, Norwegian krone pair per request. We'll do that in the second half of the live stream, so stick around. Michael, I think that's how you pronounce your name. Indices, probably Magnificent Seven, all that stuff. So we'll take a look at it. We'll take a look at it. 30, Tanya, 40. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back. So Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin daily chart. Yeah, so just kind of a little bit more time, a little bit more energy. Taco Tuesdays and Thirsty Thursdays. We'll do the live streams next week, and then we'll see after that. So we'll see after that. What else? All right, let's just do it. Let's get into it. Bitcoin daily chart, right? Had that sell signal that we talked about on October 1st. Trending dots are trending downward. We're somewhere in between, right? Putting in lower highs, putting in lower lows, putting in lower high, put in another lower low. And then is this going to be a higher high? And then price puts in a higher low? Too early to say. The trend can be your friend all the way until the end. So we'll see what happens. Right now, it's bearish on the daily chart. The trending dots are curling over. We'll see what happens from here. But there are still signs of bearish signs, right? So we're not out of the woods yet. Obviously, we've talked about that all the way since April. We are not out of the woods yet. We are not out of the woods yet. We're not out of the woods yet. We're definitely not out of the woods yet, right? So we'll see how it plays out. Not so fun fact, price is the same as it was March 2021. I know the talking heads that Bitcoin is the apex predator. It's our life raft. It's our savior. It's our, our get rich quick asset. But if you think about it, if you bought in March 2021, everyone says the inflation hedge, all that stuff. Well, if you bought in March 2021, you're not feeling that it's an inflation hedge, right? If you bought in March 2021, that is 3.5 years ago. You've lost money, right? You've lost money if you bought it in March 2021. Why? Because the value of the dollar has decreased. So if you bought one Bitcoin at $61,000 in March 2021, and Bitcoin is at $61,000 3.5 years later, guess what? I talked about this on the Twitter Spaces call yesterday. Kelly Kellum, shout out to Kelly Kellum, Dr. Harry Vet over there. They always do a great job hosting. Kevin Svensson. I'm sorry, Kevin, if I mess up your pronunciation, but Svensson. It's not my strong suit. I like you. So, anyways, never met you in real life, but I like you. I like your cyberness, your digital self. I like you. So, Kevin Svensson was on the call. He did a great job. And I talked about, I brought up the thing, two poke bowls. If you don't know what a poke bowl is, it's raw fish, ahi or salmon, with some other goodies. Used to be like $24 for me and my wife, right? $24. Then she picked up two poke bowls, and it was $38 from the exact same place, the exact same order, the exact same everything, no extras, $38. So the dollar value from 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, and now here in 2024, everything's more expensive, right? So if my only point is be careful of the talking heads. I'm a swing trader. Through and through, whether it's lower time frames or the daily chart. It's been mostly the daily chart, but I've done day trading, I've done scalping, all that stuff. Just be careful of talking heads. They only view it one way, and maybe their time horizon is 30 years, but I'm 45. I don't have 30 years to wait for Bitcoin to go to $1 million. There's no guarantee that it'll ever go to $1 million. It's possible. It may take 30 years. And what I mentioned on the Twitter Spaces call was that, gold, some people believe that gold should be priced at $15,000. Some people think it should be priced at 10,000 or 5,000, much higher than where it is now. But there's paper gold and there's paper Bitcoin, meaning derivatives and leverage and futures and ETFs and all that stuff that's been created. And it's possible they have suppressed the price of gold, and it's possible Bitcoin price will be or has been suppressed. We don't know. We don't have a magic crystal ball, but it's something to think about, because if you go all in on an asset and it doesn't work out, and there's other amazing opportunities as well, right? Like Nvidia did a 1,200% in 2023, 2024. Abercrombie and Fitch did a huge multiple, outperformed Bitcoin 2023, 2024. Who could have ever thought that or imagine that, right? So there are other opportunities out there as well. So just be careful of just being, listening to talking heads. If you just kind of do yourself a reality check, if you bought in March 2021 at $61,000, it's $61,000 today. If you bought in December 17th at $19,000, still pretty good, but you're looking at what is that? 2,500 days to go up 200%, right? So I don't even know how many days, how many years is that? Well, simple math is 7 years, right? 24 minus 17, 7 years, and it increased 200%. So does that beat the SP 500? Probably, right? What is that? 7 divided by, that's basically 30% per year. Yeah, so it would beat the SP 500. So 30% per year if you bought at the top of 2017, right? And held it this entire way, 30% per year. Okay, that's pretty good. But man, it's not, since 2017, it's not like it's gone like, let's see, 1,000%. From that top to this top is 253%. From this top to this top so far, 7%, right? So just be aware. I'm not trying to talk you out of Bitcoin. I believe in Bitcoin. I like Bitcoin. I'm more of a swing trader of Bitcoin. And so if you're just buying and hold, just know that, it could be something similar to gold, where people believe that gold could be priced much higher than it currently is and should be priced higher. But for some reason, with paper gold, it's not, right? It's not. So I don't know why I went on that tangent, but we did. So there we go. We don't have any, like I said, we don't have a script over here. What else? What else? Let's get on. Let's smash that like button. Let's hit that repost button and warm up the trigger fingers with an emoji over here on TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. Kelly Kellum, 470. Salamandrin, 2200. We'll see if we surpass Kelly or not. We're not competitive. I kind of warned everyone, not warned, but gave everyone a heads up that it was like the week or two before September. It was like the third week of August or the second week of August that the $29 Discord plus Sharpshooter Candles 3.1 would disappear. The first thing that disappeared was the annual rate to save money. A couple people took advantage of it. And then the $29 I thought would disappear from the website September 1st or whenever I had time. And turns out I had time yesterday. So the other people have taken advantage of it. They're grandfathered in on the $29 so they can stick around as long as they want. But once you're out, there's no more $29. So if once you're out, you're out. Even if that means your credit card expiration date happens a lot. So if you're not paying attention to your credit card or debit card, whatever it is, Visa, MasterCard, however you made payment, expires, that's on you, right? So you got to manage that yourself on Stripe or reach out to me in the email, whatever. It's up to you. But once the $29 is gone, it's gone. So there's still the sharpshooter package. I said I wanted to simplify things, right? Subscribe $79 a month. I left the 660. I was going to change it to like only a 20% discount, but I didn't feel like creating a new payment link. So I just left it as a 30% discount. So you can still subscribe for a year, 30% off, $79 a month. If not, next steps, make sure to read that. Couple frequently asked. This is a terrible frequently asked questions, by the way. I don't have a web developer. I just do this myself with plug and play stuff. This talks about Sharpshooter Cans 3.1. This talks about Sharpshooter RSI. Wait, what was that? What was that? I don't know. Let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about that. All right, let's get out of there. Your commentary regarding perceived gold and Bitcoin values. Yeah. I mean, I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just trying to be, play. I'm just trying to think about all angles. And if you're a big player, I'm not. That moves markets, I'm not. How would I do it, right? How would I do it? If I truly loved gold and I thought gold was going to be, very, very important in the future, and I was a big player, then and I had the ability to suppress price, then I would personally, because I would want to accumulate more, right? I'd want to accumulate more and more and more. And, if I was a bigger player and I had a lot of, like the amount of capital it takes to suppress it and leverage to suppress it, compared to the markets, then it would be a long-term game, right? It'd be a long-term game. So, and maybe there's other reasons why they want to do it. Who knows? But that's just my own thoughts. Obviously, none of this is financial advice. Obviously, it's just for educational purposes only. Hopefully, you have some entertainment along the way, like me mispronouncing your name. But yeah, it's possible. I talked about this DJ. DJ, thanks. All throughout 2021 for Bitcoin. Be careful what you wish for. They've created paper Bitcoin. They created the CME futures end of 2017. That's why I brought that up. And since then, the highest has gone from the top of 2017 is 215%. Now, there's been some amazing swings. The positive, and like I said, I'm not negative. I'm very bullish on trading Bitcoin, but it's like a buy and hold. How long will it take? Right? There's never a guarantee. But swing trading Bitcoin, I'm very, very bullish on Bitcoin. I love swing trading. Bitcoin still gives you like massive bounces, right? It's still fun. So, uh, so that's my thoughts on it. I love swing trading Bitcoin. But as far as like, since the end of 2017, it's about a 30% return if you're holding it the whole entire time. Since March 2021, it's flat. And so you're actually losing ground compared to the dollar since March 2021 if you bought at $61,000. Obviously, if you bought at $18,000, none of this applies to you. But even from $18,000, you were up, what is that? I don't know, 20, 40, 60. You bought one Bitcoin at $20,000. One Bitcoin is worth now $60,000. So there you go. Yeah. Shooter, by the way, welcome back. Welcome back. Caesar, welcome back. The thing is the pressure that's felt by those of us who don't go all in BC. I'm worried of the whole possible. Yeah, I mean, there's worries in anything, right? So the thing is, you just don't ever risk more than you can afford to lose. The worry comes from being all in or overexposed, right? So if you're going all in on one thing or you're overexposed on one thing, worry starts to set in. And you should be worried because you're overexposed or you have too much all in on one thing. There's many things that could happen, right? Not even just Bitcoin, like things out of our control, right? Things out of our control on a stock is a company could go bankrupt. A company could do this, a company do that. We're not insiders. We're not insider trading on a stock. Government policy could change things, whether it's on stock or crypto or whatever. That's out of our control. Black swan events that we never see coming, except for we saw it on the chart weeks or months before, are out of our control, right? The economy is out of our control. There's so many bad actors in the crypto space, bad actors in stock market that is all out of our control. So the only thing we can control is what we see on the charts and make a plan according to that. But worry is because you're probably overexposed or all in, as I like to say, and you probably don't want to be in that space because you could lose it all. And I've gone to zero more than once. But the biggest setback was 2007, 2008 when I was doing mortgages and fix and flips and all that stuff. So I was all in on that and ran the numbers a million times, like I talked about on the Twitter spaces and blah, 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 blah. Most of you have heard this story a million times. So, but got to draw on from past experiences, try not to make future mistakes or limit them. And so if you're emotional, you're probably investing too much money, right? I mean, I started swing trading Bitcoin in 2020. I was kind of like a little bit deeper dive from a friend in 2017, but swing trading 2020, and the talking heads have talked about this since I've been swing trading Bitcoin 2020. So uh, eventually they may be right, but there's never a guarantee. And one thing I was concerned about in 2021 is I kind of felt like I was late to Bitcoin 2020, 2021. I felt like I was kind of late. Maybe I wasn't, but I felt like if I'm getting into Bitcoin in 2020, 2021, when I'm already around 40 years old, I was like, well, is there going to be another huge bull run? Like that was one thing I was worried about. So I was going I was swing trading hard 2020, 2021, 2022, shorting Ethereum, all that stuff in 2022 because I was worried that there might not be another massive bull run like there has in the past, and it's lesser to the upside and lesser to the downside. So swing trading hard, and of course, I thought back then that there would still be good swing trades to the upside and downside, but I was worried that there might not be another bull run. All of 2022 in the Discord, I kept saying, please just give the market snipers one more bull run. Please give the market snipers one more bull run. It's not guaranteed. Please give the market snipers one more bull run. A lot of them didn't get out the top because I didn't create the Discord till end of February, and they started coming in March, April, stuff like that. And a lot of them have been here almost over 2 years already, but they didn't take profits to the top. I did in 2021, 61,000. I was disappointed with myself. Should have done better. But then I bought the dip at 16,800 with 5x leverage and been swing trading it to the upside all of 2023 and some of 2024, but been picking my spots. Even if I took swing trades here, I'm getting out. Even if I'm getting swing trades in here, I'm getting out. Even if I'm swing trading here, I'm getting out, right? So that's that, right? Now it's, with the higher time frames and stuff on Bitcoin, this is my transition. Hopefully it's decent, right? No, it's not. My overall goal is to swing trade Bitcoin and take profits. And the overall goal is to diversify out of the digital world and take profits out of the digital world and put it into hard physical assets in the physical world. That's my main goal. My main goal is not to stack sats. My main goal is to swing trade Bitcoin, take profits, of course, increase the trading account. So you got two things: increase the trading count, and then at least take half of my profits out of the digital world and buy physical assets. So 45 working out is important. I approve that message. What I'd give to be 32 years old right now. Woo! 32. I was training for marathons back then. I was training for a marathon back when I was 36, but then injured my knee at 37. What I wouldn't do to just go back to 36 before my knee injury so I could train for a marathon again. That's when I'm at my peak happiness, is when I'm able to run more. Swimming, I do some swimming to help try to fill the void of running, but and of course lift weights to try to help fill the void, but nothing matches running for me. I get into like this, they call it the natural high. If you're able to run like 4 to 6 miles, kind of get in that zone, you just zone out to music and you're just in a rhythm and you're just thinking about things and you're breathing and you're just living. And my favorite was back when I lived in Newport Beach and I'd run near the beach, see the ocean every day. But we're more of a family neighborhood now. So maybe eventually we'll go back to the beach. I don't know. We'll see. All things are on the table. Yep. Okay, let's get over with the rants. We already kind of did all that on the Twitter Spaces yesterday. All my thoughts, stuff like that. So yesterday there was a pending buy signal. There's another pending buy signal, but what I talked about was that it's below the trending dots, right? Just as this sell signal was above the trending dots. So if you wanted to kind of filter that out, or be very, very cautious of a sell signal while it's still above the trending dots, or be very, very cautious of a buy signal while it's below the trending dots. That's the way I look at it. And it's pending. It's flickering on and off. Also, There was a RSI sell signal, still not no buy signal. And then if you go to the weekly chart, there's a RSI sell signal back in April, still no buy signal, right? As price putting in lower highs and lower lows. The 2-week chart, we cover this on pretty much every live stream, but there's a RSI sell signal in June of 2024, and there's been no buy signal on the 2-week chart. The last RSI buy signal was February 2023. We were dip buyers January 4th, 2024. Me, January 2024, 16,800. So I'm not, so if you're new to the channel or you're new to Twitter X, following me, I'm not a doom and gloomer. I'm not a perma bull. I'm not a perma bear. But when I start posting bearish charts, people call me perma bears. And when I only post bullish charts, because the trend is your friend, or can be until the end, then I'm called a perma bull, right? So, but I'm a swing trader based off the daily chart, and I like to look at the higher time frames for the overall trend. And what I've talked about and covered is the last RSI sell signal was April 2021. It went through this whole entire correction. Even though it had an epic bounce, it still came back down the 200-week moving average. Let's go over here. It's got more chart history on the Bitstamp. Came back down, retested it. Will it come back down here? We don't know. We don't have a magic crystal ball. The trending dots are red and trending down and are red, trending down and are red. So is it a bounce? I posted it. I reposted that August 10th post on Twitter X app. If you want a little bit more details, I reposted it today or yesterday. I don't know. I can't remember. The days blend in. Yeah, and I don't care either way. I just stare at charts. I make my own decisions based off of what I'm seeing on the charts. I do look at what other people say, but at the end of the day, I filter out everything, and I trust what I see on the charts first and foremost. That's number one. I'm not saying I'm always right. I'm just sticking to what I see and trust over there. So RSI sell signal on the 2-week chart back in April 2021. Didn't have another RSI buy signal all the way until February 2023. It's a long time. Not covering this RSI sell signal because RSI didn't go above 85 like I posted about. Go back to this RSI sell signal. RSI did go above 85, then had an RSI sell signal. Price came back down the 200-week moving average. Skip this RSI sell signal because it didn't go above 85. Went to 80, but it didn't go above 85. Go back to this RSI sell signal. It did go above 85, and then price came back down to the 200-week moving average after that. So that's that. Oh, what do I have on here? Right? Possible. It's possible. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. This is the daily chart. Yes, it took out this pivot point over here. Has not taken out this pivot point over here. If you're taking this long position here and you're a swing trader, then at this point, when did you decide to take profit, right? Was it over here? Was it over here? Candle close back below the trend dots, back below over here, below this upward trend line. When would have September 30th been a good time to take profit, right? Sell signal, when would have been a good time to take profit, right? And then we talked about it. I had this drawn out, would it come back down like this, come back up, and then come back down lower, right? Then we're going to find out if it puts in a higher low or not. Is this a higher high over this? Will this be, this is a low. Will this be a higher low at some point over here and then continue upward like that? Or is this going to be a lower high and then take out this pivot point over here with another lower low, right? We're somewhere in between, and that's the truth. We are somewhere in between right now. And for my purposes of swing trading, I'm not buying this right here, right? I'm not buying that. So we'll see what happens. Me personally, if I need to sit this one out, I sit this one out. But as of right now, I'm not buying the Bitcoin. This is not financial advice. Don't copy trade me ever. But for me personally, I'm not taking that swing trade. So what else? What else? Ethereum. These targets are still valid. Hit 3 out of 4 targets to upside back here. Came back down. Bullish divergence. Possible higher low. Possible higher low over here. Retested 2 out of 4 targets. And there's still several reasons why Ethereum could come back up, fill that gap at $3,000. So this is the 4th target that has not been hit yet. So will it? We don't know. It's a question. The targets are still valid. They were drawn out on August 5th. Here we are, October 4th, right? A lot of them are going to look very similar. Solana, bullish divergence, higher low. Is this, we don't know. We don't know. Is this going to be another higher low over here on Solana? It's currently bearish right now, though. Currently bearish right now. Hit 4 out of 4 targets to upside, unlike Ethereum. Ethereum only hit 3 and then retested it to the second target. Woo! We can take a look at it. We'll take a look at it for you. What else? What else? Solana, will it put in? Is it putting in another higher low? It's possible. It's possible. And then you could redraw this out, right? You could redraw this out. Maybe something like that, right? Kind of redraw it out and get back up over here. Then maybe it will even be a little bit bigger move. No, let's do this. Let's do this. So maybe arrow like that. And then, of course, could be a bigger move where you're trying to push a trade longer. If you get back above target 4, get back above the resistance and flip the resistance into support on these altcoins back above target 4. So single arrow, double arrow, we'll see. But it's got a lot of work to do before that. Trending dots over here, right? Here's my handy dandy world-class TA, right? World-class. Eye roll. There you go. There you go. There you go. What else? What else? 940. Man, I was talking way too much probably. Similar thoughts, near, similar thoughts, Filecoin, similar thoughts, Mana, Algo, ADA, Dot, AVAX, Chainlink, Link, Fetch, Rari. We'll come back to Euro, NOK. We'll come back to it. And we'll come back to that and Rivian. NASDAQ, we don't know if this is going to be a higher low or not. Getting the Friday pump right now, make everyone feel like they're going to have a good weekend, right? We don't know. We're still somewhere in between, right? We are still somewhere in between here and here. We're still somewhere in between. There is bearish divergence. We'll see what happens. SP 500 still has bearish divergence. On the daily chart and the weekly chart, you got a gap here, got a gap down there. We'll see what happens. Dow Jones, bearish divergence. We'll see what happens. Russell 2000. Looks like you put in a lower high, right? This could be a high. This could be a lower high. Not once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times rejected on the daily chart. Up at 22, let's just call it 2290. No, let's call it 2288. $2,288 been rejected 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times in a row. So we'll see what happens, but it's possible this is a lower high. Bitcoin futures just going, just chop. Choppy chop chop. Still have that gap at 3,000 on Ethereum. The dollar broke out. Woo! Breaking news. Woo! The dollar. Probably update this post over here, but I posted about the breakout over here. I posted about the bullish divergence, posted the breakout. I posted the pending buy signal on October 1st. Didn't close that way. Posted the pending buy signal on October 2nd. It did close that way. Broke out of this downward trend line. Just breaking news, just hit that target. So 2 out of the 4 targets to the upside. There you go. Single arrow, double arrow, bada bing, bada boom. Found support of the 200-week moving average. VIX is still bullish, but it is currently down today. Had that buy signal. Trending dots are curling up. The VIX has a gap at $36. Been putting in higher lows. It looks like higher lows over here. Excuse me. Looks like higher lows. We'll see what happens. The weekly chart is bullish. The 2-week chart is bullish. Oh, wow. Forgot about it. Let's get that thing scrolling. Let's double check on. We're running out of time, so let's double check on likes. How are we doing? That's it. 13 likes besides me. Brutal. Just brutal. Okay. All right, moving on. So VIX still bullish on multiple time frames. Caution, caution, caution. Volatility to the upside, volatility to the downside. It's the volatility of the S&P 500. So be cautious. If you're optimistic, be cautious. If you're pessimistic, be cautious, right? Wild swings, possibly. Apple, is it putting in lower highs? We don't know. Too early to say. Let's move this over here. Let's do this. See, you had this initial one. You can redraw it like that, right? I don't know. I don't like that one, but that's kind of the line in the sand, the new line in the sand. You could kind of draw it out like that. So, down if broken, up if not. Gosh, Jesse, which is it? What are you choosing? It's not me. I don't choose. MACD, the sharpshooter candle's 3.1. The MACD bearish crossover is pending, right? Could see another candle close on Apple below the trending dots. So something to be aware of on Apple. Let's go over to Magnificent 7, and that way we can go down the list. NVIDIA is going to put in a lower high or not. We don't know. Let's just leave it like that for now. Lower high, lower high. Will it put in a lower high or not? We don't know. Higher low, possibly. Too early to say. Meta, still ultra bullish on Meta, breaking out of this longer term target over here. Ultra bullish on the daily chart. Apple, similar thoughts to, Amazon, similar thoughts to Apple. Microsoft, we talked about it. We covered it. We drew this out back here. You can look at old live streams if you don't believe me. Tesla, fill this gap. This gap's been filled. This gap has not been filled. It's not a huge gap, but it's on the chart for a reason. Apple, we already covered it. Google, We don't know how it's going to play out, but we drew this out a while back. SPY, blah, 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 blah. What else? What else? What else? HUT, trying to get back above the trailing dots, up 2%. Bitfarm, pending buy signal on Marathon Digital. CLSK, trying to get back above the trailing dots. Iris Energy, pending buy signal on Iris Energy. Due for a bounce, right? Drew all this out on previous live streams, kind of due for a bounce. This is kind of like the eyeball test of target 1, eyeball test target 2, target 3, target 4, similar to HUT. So you can look at HUT. I actually mapped it out. Iris Energy, I did not. We gonna make it, hopefully, right? Similar thoughts. Cypher Mining, I did map it out. Ooh, got a 200-week moving average starting to form here on. It's starting to become a grown-up trading asset. 200-week moving average. Breaking news. I'm out of water. Shuckadoodles. Let's keep going. We got about 12 minutes, and I got a couple things to cover. Riot, pending buy signal. Hive, pending buy signal. MIGI, not yet. Veritone, trending towards target 2 over here. These targets are still valid, in my opinion. Boom, 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 boom. Right? There you go. Lemonade. Is it going to put in a higher low? Maybe. Maybe, baby. A low, higher low, possible higher low. We'll see. Got this gap open at $22. Upstart. Labu. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? XRP. Ugh. Ugh. ETFs. Filling gaps. A lot could be filled back over here possibly too. So just be aware of that. They all start looking the same. So I mapped out all these, like they're tiny gaps, but still something to pay attention to over there. Paper Bitcoin. Gotta love it. Gotta love paper Bitcoin. Yup. Shop. Back above the 200-week moving average, right? Back above the 200-week moving average. Yeah, trade each chart individually, first and foremost. I've pointed this out many times in the past that Bitcoin, NASDAQ, everything was pumping for about 6 months in 2021 at the same time that the dollar was also pumping. So that's all noise. That's all news. That's all narratives. Oh, the dollar is crashing. Bitcoin should be pumping. Bitcoin is crashing. The dollar should be pumping. Maybe sometimes it coincides or corresponds, whatever we want to say. But I can show you every time there's a talking head that says it's always this or it's always that. I could probably find something in the chart that says something differently. So not always. But one thing I'm going to say is if you're trading Bitcoin, pay attention to the Bitcoin chart first and foremost. Look at other things secondary, right? Look for other possible canaries in the coal mine, as they like to say, or as a possible leading indicator or lagging indicator. Look at secondary assets of the charts, but trade Bitcoin first and foremost if you're trading Bitcoin. Trade the dollar first and foremost if you're trading the dollar. Yeah, probably nothing. Yeah, probably. What else? What else? Rivian. PayPal. PayPal, $79.32. There we go. Weekly chart is bullish. 2-week chart is bullish. Right? Making a move. Close this gap over here at $73. No, those are new gaps. Closed the gap at $72 that was open since way back here in July of 2023. Finally had filled that gap. There's a gap at 107. There's a gap at 170. The 200-week moving average is 151. Gaps all the way up to 226. To say that it's overdue for a bounce is an understatement. It's been overdue. That's a 2-week chart. The last buy signal on the 2-week chart was March 2020. Since that buy signal on July 2024. So that's 4 years. No buy signal on the 2-week chart for 4 years. Just want to reemphasize that. 3-week chart. Buy signal on the 3-week chart on the last 3-week candle. No buy signal on the 3-week chart since March 2020. It's been 4 years, right? Yep. SoFi, similar thoughts. Similar thoughts on SoFi. Unity Software, somewhat similar thoughts, right? Somewhat. Bullish on the daily chart. Oh man, I'm getting tired. I could get pumped up. Let's see what else. Had my 1 Celsius. I may have an ice mocha though. It's Friday. Got to get all wild today. Got a lot to do on my to-do list. But first, got to go see. No, I can knock off 1 or 2 things on the to-do list, but then I got to go see my boy, hang out with him. And then I'm on baby duty. The wife is also going to her late lunch with a long-term friend, and I'll be on daddy daycare. So I probably won't be able to knock out some things on my to-do list unless the baby's taking a nap, probably till this afternoon. So there's that. Everyone's got a boss. The baby is my boss right now. All right. I think that's about it. We'll come back to Rivian. There it is. Let's just so I don't have to scroll back through again. Let me move it up here so I don't forget. I'm probably just going to cover two of them today. Woo-wee. And then next week, Taco Tuesday and Thirsty Thursday. Where we at? There we go. All right. Okay. So let's start with the monthly chart. Let's kind of zoom out here. So it's still currently bullish on the monthly chart, this pairing. There are some warning signs, though. There are some concerns that, with the RSI sell signal over here in December 2023, it's been chopping sideways. So it is concern. You can see that the last RSI sell signal price ended up coming back down the 200-week moving average. We don't know for sure if it will or not, but that could be the overall trend. Long term, March 2020 and May 2023, you can see there's actually bearish divergence on there. So that's something else to be aware of for a possible pullback. So that's the monthly chart. Drop down the weekly chart. Kind of confirms what I'm seeing on the monthly chart. You've got bearish divergence getting picked up on the indicator back all the way to November 2023. It's not getting picked up on July 2024, but I would say that that's all bearish divergence, right? So bearish divergence on the monthly chart, bearish divergence on the weekly chart, possible lower high over here, starting to get back below the trending dots. Again, it seems like the higher time frames could be drawing back towards the 200-week moving average, which hasn't been retested for more than for about 2 years, right? For about 2 years, right? So it's a possibility. So since it's a possibility, let's change that to right there. Question mark. 200-week moving average? Maybe. Maybe, baby. I guess. So that's weekly chart. So they're still bullish on the weekly chart, still bullish on the monthly chart. Several signs that it could flip bearish. Speaking of, the daily chart is bearish, right? The daily chart is bearish. Woo-wee. Also bearish divergence on the daily chart up here at the top, followed by a reversal candle. So you got bearish divergence followed by a reversal candle, possible lower high. Pretty much confirmed lower high over here with a lower low, possible lower high. We'll see how it goes after that. So that's what I'm seeing on the daily, weekly, and monthly chart. Hopefully that helped. Michael. Rivian. What was the, excuse me on the yawns. Excuse me. Who asked for Rivian? Is 10 still possible? What's 10? I mean, the 200-week moving average is at 1077. So I mean, there are always possibilities, but it's more about probabilities. So it's got to break down further first, and then if so, then the probabilities will increase of maybe 11, 1077, all that stuff. But $10, I don't know. I haven't followed this pair before, so I'm not sure. Possible. That's honest. Rivian. Still have this gap at $23. Still bearish on the daily chart. So are you picking bottoms all the way down, right? Could have this been a good place to buy? Maybe. Could have this been a good time to buy? Maybe. Could have this been a good time to buy? Maybe. But then price broke back down. So is this a good time to buy? Maybe. But it's still selling off right now. So as of right now, could this be the bottom after the bullish divergence? Absolutely. It could be. Could this be a higher low? It's not anymore. Now it's taken out that low. So will it put in a higher low? Maybe. But it's bearish on the daily chart as of right now. Right? So maybe it'd catch a swing over here. So this gap was filled, right? We talked way back here. We talked about in July, we talked about this gap. And now that gap's been filled. So let's change that to green. So there you go. That gap has been filled from July. You got this gap up here at from December. So we'll see. This will be the swing trade. These are old targets. All 4 were hit. 4 out of 4 targets were hit to the upside. Oh, I'm getting thirsty and I'm out of water. So we're going to wrap this up here. It's already been an hour. So that's the daily chart. Still bearish until it's not. Weekly chart. Still bearish until it's not. Had that RSI sell signal. Everything is trending down, even on the weekly chart. Where's the bottom? We don't know. A longer term be something like that, right? Maybe you have like a bigger arrow over here, right? Maybe something like that. And for longer term investing, I don't know. Who knows, right? Who knows? And then maybe it comes out. So that could be a long time, right? We don't know. The weekly chart is bearish as of right now. Higher time frames are lagging, but doesn't look great right now. Does not look great right now. Oof. Ooh. Yeah, doesn't look great. So, for example, all right, this is the last thought here. For example, it could go through a bottoming phase that takes what feels like forever, right? So, is it possible to put money elsewhere that might yield better returns in the now? Look at this, right? So it went into a bear market back in 2021. The top was in 2021. You can see this reverse candle up here, and the top wick was February 2021. Didn't find bottom until October 2023. So it didn't find bottom for over 2.5 years. It took 2.5 years for PayPal to find bottom. Then this bottoming phase over here with bullish divergence, like probably call the bottoming phase May 2022 all the way to this buy signal over here in July 2024. May. So that's 2 years of going through a bottoming phase, right? So even if the bottom is in October 2023, you still had plenty of time, almost a full year before it started breaking out. So you can kind of see it over here where like going through February 2022, going through this entire bottoming phase with bullish divergence, price didn't do anything. Now price is moving, right? Now price is moving, but it took a long time for PayPal for the ship to get turned around. It's possible it takes a long time for the ship to get turned around in Rivian. So that's my last thought on that. Hopefully that helps. Oh, there you are. Screwdriver BTC. Yep. Sorry. I was trying to figure out who was talking about it. So that's it. With that, get outside, touch some grass, go meet up with friends and family, your loved ones, the people you care about, the ones that matter. Life is short. And another close friend of my mom's, she's an amazing lady, was diagnosed with, I think, stage 4, 2 different cancers. Stage 4 cancer, amazing lady, seemed to be in great health in her early 70s. So, relatively speaking, life is short. Go spend time with family and friends. Don't take it for granted. And do what you can. Have a great weekend. Have a good day. And go hiking. Go for a run. Get your workout in. Do all the things to keep us healthy, happy, and living as good as possible, right? So with that, have a good rest of your day and weekend, and we will see you on Taco Tuesday. All right. Adios.